Hi guys, I'm Amit Tawar from Networkers Home Technical Team, and in this video, I'm going to be cover Palo Alto installation. So in this video, I'm going to be cover 10.x operating system, which is the latest operating system of Palo Alto, and the Palo Alto operating system name is Pan OS. So let's start. So what is Palo Alto? So if we're talking about Palo Alto, as you know, it's one of the strongest and the powerful next generation firewall amongst all the vendors like Cisco, FortiGate, Checkpoint, and all. So this is one of the strongest firewall here. So Palo Alto always utilize single pass architecture. Single pass architecture is one of the strongest firewall architectures. As per this architecture, your traffic will pass through all the three different processor at the same time, and the processors are like signature processor, security processor, and network processor. So means at the same time, Palo Alto will perform the networking processes, it will perform security processes, and it will perform signature processes as well. Okay, so it allowing us to inspect and protect traffic at very high rates. So Palo Alto Networks provides the visibility, trusted intelligence, automation, and flexibility that help us to in the complex organization for the advanced security here. So this is the Palo Alto, one of the next generation firewall and one of the strongest firewall ever. So in this video, our focus would be on the VM series. So let's move to the next slide. So Palo Alto VM series. So these are all the Palo Alto VM series. So the first and the basic Palo Alto VM series is VM50. And in this VM50, we can keep 50,000 sessions at the same time, 250 rules. So we can configure 250 security rules at the same time. We can configure 1,000 dynamic IP addresses with security zone can be 15 and IPsec tunnel 250 and SSL VPN tunnels again 250 here. So VM 100 and 200, it's almost 250,000, then 1,500 for security rules, then 2,500 dynamic IPs, 40 security zones we can configure, 1,000 IPsec VPN, and 500 SSL VPN tunnels. So VM 1000 and VM 2000, VM 100 and 200 is almost about the same concept. And if I'm talking about VM 300 and VM 1000 HV, so almost you can say, you can see here 80 lakhs sessions at the same time. And then in security rules, 10,000 dynamic IPs, almost 1 lakh, and security zone almost 40 IPsec tunnel 2000, and we can configure SSL tunnel as a 2000 here. So then you can see in the VM55, 500 and VM 700, there's a huge difference in the sessions at a same time here. So you can see the security rules also, 10,000 here. This is about 20,700. So it's all about 1 lakh dynamic IP addresses, same almost 1 lakh dynamic entries here. So 200 and 200 is about security zones. Then in VM 500 series, 4,000 IPsec tunnels and 6,000 SSL tunnels. But in 700 series, IPsec tunnels can almost 8,000, and you can see SSL VPN tunnels are almost double of VM 500. So you can see it's almost 12,000. So as per the requirement, so then we have to deploy different VM series over there. But in all these VM series of the Palo Alto, we have the common operating system. So you can, that is all about 10.x we are going to be used. 10.0 is also there, and 10.1 operating system is also there. And 10.0 and 10.1 are the latest operating system for the Palo Alto devices. Let's move to the next slide. So the deployment flexibility. What does it mean? What is the meaning of deployment flexibility? Deployment flexibility means if you have virtual device, let's consider we need a virtual Palo Alto in my network. So then question is, virtual Palo Altos, that's fine. But the next question is, where will you deploy this virtual device? Will you deploy it on clouds? Will you deploy it on any hypervisor? So where you're going to be deploy. So now we are going to be discuss about deployment flexibility. So the first option is public cloud. So we can deploy Palo Alto as a virtual machine on these following clouds as well. So you can see Palo Alto deployment, or you can say Amazon supports your Palo Alto as well, or you can say Palo Alto supports your Google Cloud also, Microsoft Azure, Oracle clouds, and Alibaba clouds. So all these are the public clouds, and we can install our Palo Alto on any of these clouds there. So this is all about flexibility concept here. Means it's flexible because you can deploy on any public cloud. It's not any proprietary. It's not like you can install it only on AWS, or you can let's deploy only on GCP or only on Microsoft Azure. It's not like that. It's all about flexibility. So on all the public clouds, we can deploy Palo Alto. Next is hypervisors. So we can deploy or like Palo Alto on these following hypervisors like VMware ESXi. In this class, in this section, in this video, we are going to be deploy Palo Alto on VMware ESXi. This is the reason this is highlighted here. So next is KVM. We can deploy it on the KVM also. We can deploy it on Nortrix AHV as well, and we can deploy it on the Microsoft Hyper-V as well. So these are all the hypervisors. The next is we can deploy Palo Alto on software-defined networking solutions as well, on SDN as well. And what are the SDNs? It's like VMware NSX. This is NSX for vSphere and NSXT. The next is Cisco ACI, and next is Nortrix Flow as well. So we can define or we can deploy Palo Alto on these SDN solutions as well. So overall, you can say we can deploy Palo Alto on public clouds. And on the public clouds, these are the solutions like AWS, GCP, Microsoft, Oracle, and Alibaba. Next is hypervisors like where ESXi, this is VMware product, KVM, Nortrix, and then about Microsoft. And then again in SDN also, we have VMware solution, that is NSX, then Cisco ACI, and Nutanix Flow again here. So this is deployment flexibility. So we can deploy Palo Alto any of these solution here. So this next is what are the new features of 10.xOS? So as you know, in Palo Alto, there are three different series are there for the operating system. The first is 8.x, which is very old in these days. Next is 9.x, and next is the third and the latest is 10.x. So if I'm talking about as per Palo Alto curriculum, so still in their syllabus, they have mentioned 9.x1 there. So, but if I'm talking about Palo Alto Corporate, so they have already released 10.x operating system. So in this 10.x operating system, they have added a lot of new features, and the features are SD-WAN. The first thing, this is the SD-WAN. So SD-WAN they added just as in a new feature in the Palo Alto box itself here. So in the Palo Alto OS, you can see the new PAN OS. So that is about SD-WAN. The second is machine learning concept. So they've added machine learning security features as well in the new Palo Alto OS, IoT security, zero trust security, and enterprise data loss prevention. So these are the new features which is added by Palo Alto and its new operating system, which is about 10.x. And in the 10.x, there's a two different series. These are there, or two different types there. The first is 10.0, and the second is 10.1. So these are the new features of 10.x operating system. So now this video is on the installation and the deployment of the Palo Alto on ESXi. So what are the devices required for the Palo Alto installation? So devices are required like OVF image of Palo Alto 10.1, or if you are using 10.0, so it's up to you. Second, we need one Cisco switch. Next, we need a Windows 10 or Windows 7 also. We can use Windows 7 also. And then Microsoft Server 2016 here. So if you need any domain name resolution, then Microsoft Server 2016 will be required for domain name resolutions. So if you are looking for domain name resolution, that server will be required, and this server we will configure as a DNS, otherwise not. So guys, now let's start with the installation here. So guys, this is VMware vSphere client here. So let it be connect with my server. Okay, so let me connect. So this is my ESXi server IP. This is my username, and yes. So we are connected with now 10.20.100, and on my ESXi server, all these virtual machines are already installed. So let's start with VM Palo Alto. Just click on File, and we have OVF template, OVF image for Palo Alto 10.10 operating system. So just deploy OVF template here, browse the image, and it's about Palo Alto. So I have 10.9 dot as well here. I have 10 dot. So I'm going to be select here 10. Open this image. Next. Next. The name of Palo Alto is Palo Alto A for NH. This is the name of the Palo Alto. Next. I'm going to be select here thin provision. So the extra memory which is allocated right now, you can see. So it's allocated 535 GB space over here. VM network is my VLAN on virtual switch, and let's power on after deployment. It's finished. Side by side, let me just log in. Log in via VMware workstation as well. So this is VM workstation. So let me connect with my ESXi. Fine. And so this deployment is going on. So you can see it's showing is take 4 minutes 4 seconds. So just wait, let it be deployed. It is almost completed. 54 seconds are remaining. So guys, this is completed almost. Installation. So Now let me connect it with server again. So this is Palo Alto A NH. So it's getting start. So we'll take 4 to 5 minutes from here. So just wait and watch. So let it be installed here, guys. So guys, now we have to log in into this one. So it's asking for the username. So the by default username and the password for Palo Alto is admin. So admin is the username and the password is admin. So it's showing login incorrect. Again, let's try admin. Again, it's showing the incorrect. The reason is because still behind the Palo Alto, there is so many services which are still getting start. So we'll take maybe 2 or 3 minutes more. So just wait and watch. And after 2 minutes, then we will log in again. So guys, now let's again try to log in admin and admin, admin. Still it's showing wrong. So just wait. Okay. Services are still getting start. Let's guys try now. Admin, admin. Now, so it's asking now, this is 10.x OS. So in this one, now it's asking again, enter old password. Old password is admin. Enter the next password, panda at 123. And now panda at 123. This is my new password. So you can see here 10.x OS forcefully asked us to change the password. Now, this is the admin. This is a Palo Alto GUI. So we are just logged in here with admin username. So this is admin at PA VM series. So now to check its management interface, show interface management. This is a command, show interface management. So you can see now 192.168.0.93. This is my Palo Alto. As consider this is Palo Alto and this is its management interface. So on management interface, by default, DHCP is enabled here. What is enabled? DHCP. So as per DHCP right now, we got one IP address on management interface and that IP address is 192.168.0. That is 93. So this is one of the static IP with net mask as a /24. But the thing is, let's consider this is about DHCP by default enable. The condition is that if you have to enable static IP on top of that. So now I'm saying we have to enable static IP on the management interface. So what are the steps? The first of all, you have to disable DHCP services on its management interface. Yes, you have to disable the manage or you have to disable DHCP client on its management interface. So how to disable it? With the help of the commands, we have to disable configure. First of all, need to enter into configuration mode. So write the command here, configure, and right now we are in the configure mode here. So the command is delete device configure. Sorry, it's about device config system type, and I would just want to delete DHCP client. Just enter, commit the command. So with the help of this command, now we have deleted, or you can say we have disabled DHCP on its management interface. So now we have to configure static IP. So I'm going to be configured here from the network as a 10.20.20.59 here as a /24. So we have committed the changes. So it's about to finish. Now configure the static IP command is device configure, set device configure, system IP. We have to configure IP address 10.20.20.59 is the IP. Net mask 10. What is the net mask? I'm going to be used here /24. Default gateway 10.20.20.15 I'm going to be used. Then DNS setting server, and I'm going to be configured here primary IP, primary DNS server, and the primary DNS server is on one of my 190. So this is optional. If you don't want to configure DNS server, not required. IP address and subnet mask and default gateway is must. So DNS server setting are optional for time being. So now again we have to commit. So we have committed the changes. So just wait, 55% done. 98% is completed. It's committed. Now just come back into privilege mode. Now check here, show interface summary. Sorry, show interface management is a command. So you can see IP as a 10.20.20.59, net mask is /24, default gateway is 15. And now ping it from your base PC if you want to ping. So first you can ping here 10.20.20.59. We have reachability, so it means now we can browse it from the browser here. HTTPS 10.20.20.59. The connection is not private. Go to advanced, proceed to unsafe, and welcome to Palo Alto portal here. So let me log in now. The username is admin, and we have changed its password, and the password is panda@123. It's up to you. Whatever the password you want to configure, you can. Admin. admin. Just wait, refresh the page. Admin is the username. Showing wrong username password. Admin. Admin. New password panda at 123. Panda at 123. So let me log in with the default username and password. Admin and admin. Yes. We are logged in with now almost with this username as admin and with the new password panda at 123. So now don't do not show it again. So you can see this message here. So these are the with the release, the Palo Alto network introduced a machine learning powered generation firewall with proactive capability for inline malware and web-based attack prevention. So this is for IoT security to detect the protect IoT devices that cannot run endpoint security, telemetry data, collection of security policy, optimization. So these are the new topics. This is about IoT security. It's the part of the your new OS 10.0, inline ML and URL filtering wildfire, telemetry, global protect, identification and quarantine of the compromised devices, IPS signatures and all. So all these are almost the new topics of your Palo Alto. So now containerized next generation firewall for securing Kubernetes deployment also. So you can go through all this thing and then you will get to know about the new released and added topics of Palo Alto here. So now just close this pop-up. Telemetry data collection, remind me later. So welcome to Palo Alto 10.x operating system. So this is the dashboard here, guys. So this is ACC tab here. So same, then monitors, then policies, its object. So it's almost same to same as like your 9.x. If you have already gone through the 9.x operating system and if you have already used that one, so you will feel it's these options are almost the similar of that. So networks there. So same here, Ethernet, VLAN, loopback tunnel, SD-WAN. Can you see? Now we have SD-WAN feature. In Cisco device, in Cisco, there is a one of the separate Viptela devices are there. So, but you can see here, we have SD-WAN as a feature still. So again, go to devices, okay, and almost the concepts are same here. Okay, so guys, in this video, we are done with the installation. So in the upcoming videos, we will discuss about its Palo Alto dashboard. So thank you for watching the video.